Hi everyone, how are you doing? Today I want to introduce you to a friend of mine from Poland, and her name is Joanna, and in Polish it's called Joanna, and her last name you would see is Chołuj, but it's in Polish, it's called Chołuj. So Joanna is going to tell us more today about Slovak religion. I have no idea what that is, and I found out about this yesterday, and then she said it's paganism, and I have no idea what that is. So Joanna, over to you. Tell us what is paganism and what's Slovak religion, and introduce yourself.
Hi there, it's Joanna Chołuj. So in Polish it would be Joanna Chołuj, and my diminutive is Asia, which is written like Asia. And I come from Poland. In Poland we've got Christian religion, but before that, like before thousands years, it was Slavic. So the spelling is S-L-A-V-I-C, Slavic, just like Slavic people. I would say that
those who don't know what is Slavic people, can you tell us what is Slavic people? Because I thought Slavic peoples mean Slovakian people.
No, Slavic people are all the people in Central, South, and East Europe. For example, Russians, Polish, Slovakian, Czech, Baltic people, some of them, Lithuanian, partly, Serbian, Croatian, Belarus people. So many, actually, up to also like a part of Germany. It was before Polish territory, right? Like in 16th century. So a part of German country are Slavic people. Those are usually people who are blonde hair or some kind of red hair and kind of light eyes, gray, green, this kind of. So that's Slavic. And you've got Slavic languages because all our languages are similar. Like I can almost understand without learning a Russian person or Czech or Slavic. Our languages are very, very similar. So that's all Slavic family, you could say.
So what is exactly Slavic religion?
Excuse me?
So what is Slavic religion?
Slavic religion is it's very basic, I would say. It's a kind of natural religion. You do not really have. It's not really a religion, I would say. It's like a faith, and I would say it's similar to Hinduism or Buddhism or Zen. It's more philosophical. It's like less religion and more like a philosophy. You've got the concept of natural law. The religion is more natural, and you've got the concept of yin-yang. You know, like yin-yang, the white part with the black inside, and the black part with the white inside. So two parts which, in a way, they are complete. So there's this idea which is in Buddhism, Zen. It's that. So that's very similar. That's Slavic religion. There is one God, of course, creator. It's called Światowid, and he's got 4 faces, like, and the 4 faces go in 4 directions, like north, south, east, and west, because he created everything. And then there are many other gods. You could say gods, but they are not really gods, but powers, like You've got the thunder god, so that's the thunder power. You've got some gods for seasons, like springtime and winter and so on. So that's a very basic natural religion, but it's not really a religion. We don't really call it, we call it faith or philosophy. So if anybody knows like Zen Buddhism or yin-yang idea in Hinduism or Buddhism, so that's it. It's very, very similar.
So it's same like Buddhism and Hinduism, because both of them are also not religion, they're just a belief system,
Yeah.
a philosophy.
Yeah.
How do you
that's it.
how do you say the name of the god? What's the spelling?
Światowid. It has a few. Okay, let me. Because there is a sound sh, but you've got it in Urdu, I think. You don't have it in English. It's S with a little accent over it. So it's not s, it's sh. So you've got sh. Then you've got W, I, A, T, O, W, I, D. I think in English you would say Svitovid, maybe.
It has 4 sides. Is it?
But it basically, I can translate. It basically means saint, święt, saint. But it also can mean world. And then Vid is like Veda, like like knowledge, or know, wiedzieć. But it's like Veda, because I told you that, or I told somebody, I don't know, many people, that Sanskrit is very similar to Polish. So like Veda, they've got the word Veda, Vedas, and we've got the word wiedza. It's the same word.
Sanskrit is similar to Polish, really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I posted some articles in English also. I will write a bigger article. Now, right now I'm writing an etymological dictionary.
What is an etymological dictionary?
It's a dictionary that tells you where did the words came from.
Okay.
Where did the words come from?
For which language?
That's for Polish. But for example, I'll say wiedza comes from, let's say, Veda comes from wiedza, or wiedza comes from, I don't know. I just say where the word came from, what language.
Okay, interesting. I just posted the photo of the thing.
Did you find it?
Yeah, it's like 4 sides.
Yeah, 4 faces, God.
Okay, so tell me more about your investigation about Sanskrit and Polish and Hinduism and Indian and all together, that Indian people come from Poland or Poland people come from India. What is this all about?
I think there is a quarrel. there is a big discussion. And there are many, not many, but there are a few Indian scientists, let's say, language scientists and philosophers who come to Poland, and they participate in some conferences and they talk. Like, what are the words? What are the faith differences? And there is no solution yet. Polish people say that there were Aryas a long time ago, some Arya, it's spelled Arya, and they came from Slavic territory to India. And Indian, of course, they say that it was inverse, so that Indian people created Slavic faith. But anyway, there is one, I mean, we cannot deny that the words are very similar. But that's a long topic, because there are many words that are similar, but I cannot cite you just like this. If you tell me the word, because it's not only Sanskrit, there is a man, he's called Dudkowski in Poland. He speaks English and he travels all around the world, and he lived a few years in India and in Pakistan, and he has articles where he cites the words, like he says, this is Indian Urdu Sanskrit and this is Polish, and look, they are similar. And those are all basic words like mama, tata, baba, dziadek, or wiedza. I don't remember all of them right now, but those are very basic words, like all about family, the world, the faith. Yeah.
Interesting.
That's it. There's a huge Slavic movement now in Poland. Very, very huge.
What is
there are
Slavic?
conferences.
What is
Slavic movement? Slavic movement is about the Slavic faith and about discovering what was the past, right? So how was it like 10,000 years ago?
Okay, interesting. So how was it 10,000 years ago?
There are lots of discussions. There are people who say that there were Aryas, and some other people call them Scythes. It's like SCYTES. And there is also another name, Sarmatians or Sarmatians. And there is a quarrel still, because also from Persian people, they say that, okay, but Scythes were Persian. So there is a discussion. There's also another scientist, Polish, and I think one from Persia, who says, right, so there are also lots of similarities between Persian words, like Farsi, old Persian, and Polish, or just Slavic. So, you know, there are many people who are just scientifically working on it.
Well, if you find something, I would really like to know why there are so many languages in the world, because it creates a lot of confusion, and it's very confusing to have so many languages in the world. A lot of people like it, but I think it's really bad for the world because we don't understand each other. So if you could tell me why it happened, it's like amazing. And so such a small history, how could we have become, you know, so many languages? So
well, I found out I can speak 4 languages plus Polish, right? So English, French, Russian, Spanish, and then I speak Polish. And I've been learning more, right? Like I've been learning Urdu, then I've been learning a little Arabic, and I counted once, and I noticed that I've been learning like 10 languages in my life. So I noticed that when you learn a lot of languages, then you see the similarities, and it's not so difficult then. For example, if you learn English, you can understand some German,
but not
because
everybody is you. Nobody will try to learn 10 languages. I don't know anybody else who is going to try to attempt to learn 10 languages. People don't want to learn one. I don't want to even know one. I just want to be quiet.
Yeah, but in Poland, many people learn languages because they think nobody's going to learn Polish because it's so difficult, so I have to learn other languages. So I know many Poles who speak many languages. It's very popular.
Yeah, but that's
and
fine.
besides,
You can do that. But I was just wondering why there are so many languages. That's all. Like the reason why, how did it happen? That's, I'm very curious to know, you know, the history of languages.
I wouldn't put the question like this, because it's so. I would put the question like, maybe there are not many languages. Maybe Russian is practically the same as Polish, and Polish are Slovakian. So at least when you go to Europe and you learn Russian, let's say, then you can understand Polish people too, right? If you live a little there. And you can understand Slovakians, you've got like half Europe who speaks Slavic language. Whatever, Slavic or Polish, I don't know. And if you go to Western Europe, you can speak English. That's it.
I learned Russian, I learned Polish, I learned Czech, and now I don't think there's any, because I only learned the basics, the basic words. So I don't see much similarities except for ananas. Everywhere ananas is the same, but and chai is the same. But everything else seems to be different. Thank you is is different in all your languages. So it's I wonder why, like and hello is different. So I don't know.
Look, I don't know how to explain this. It's difficult. People just, the words are the same, just the pronunciation is different. Like, for example, we say dziękuję, and in English you say thank you. So T and D are the same. Okay, it's thank, it's dzięk. It's more or less the same when you listen.
And Russian is what?
Oh, Russian is spasiba.
How is that common?
It's a synonym.
Okay, and how is Hungarian and how is Czech the same? They're different words.
Wow. Hungarian people are Slavic from genetically. They've got Slavic genetics. They look like us and so on, but they got the Ugro-Finn language from the Asia, from the north, Baltic, right?
Mongolian.
Yeah, Ugro, I don't know, Ugro-Finns, so that's maybe Mongol, Turk, yeah. And so they changed the language, and the language is not the same language family, so we cannot understand them.
How about Czech?
Slavic.
Okay, how do you say thank you in Czech?
I don't know.
It's different. It's
Dziękuję. I didn't learn Czech exactly, but I think it's something like
Dziękuję. Not
Dziękuję?
Yes.
But that's the same.
How is it the same?
Dziękuję.
Dziękuję is so different. One is Chinku and one is Jenku, so it's totally different. One is Japan, one is China. It's different.
I don't see it. I see the word like there are more similarities than differences.
It's up to you.
I look for
see the
similarity.
Glass half full or glass half empty. Of course, there would be similar, like Tata is bye-bye in our language and your is father, so it's different. The words are same, but the language have different placements. So when I teach people language, I simply say, okay, you think of the words in your own language, but then remember them in another way. Anyway, so thank you for explaining what is paganism and what is Slovakianism religion. I have never known about this before. Now I know, kind of. And thank you for your time for this. I'm trying to fix this. Oh, there you go, better. And I keep doing more Facebook Lives. So you have more interest now in education. You're doing homeschooling for your children. So if anybody wants to do homeschooling and want to hire her as a teacher, you're more than welcome to do that. Or invite her to your school to speak online or in person. Buy her a ticket and accommodation, and she will come for the first 100 gigs so she can have her name out there. And also, if you want to interview her about education space, please feel free to do so. Thank you, Joanna, for your time today. Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.